Just last week I was talking with my neighbor Margaret, wonderful woman, 72, still tends her rose garden like a pro. She said something that stuck with me. Some days, I feel like a chapter in my kids' lives I don't want to write. If that tugs at your heart even a little, if you've ever wondered, how do I stay in control of my life without weighing others down? Then you're exactly where you need to be. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're tackling that quiet worry so many of us share. I don't want to be a burden. And you know what? That very fear is why you're already the kind of person who won't be one, because you're here ready to take gentle, powerful steps toward your own independence. This isn't about drastic changes or scary legal jargon. It's about 4 loving, practical actions you can start today to safeguard your freedom, your choices, and your peace of mind. We'll walk through them together, step by step, like friends sharing coffee. And today, we're beginning with 2 foundational pieces, opening a conversation that matters and taking a gentle, honest look at your finances. Let's start with something simple but profound. The talk. Not the talk we had with teens about curfews. This one's about your wishes, your fears, and your future. It's the conversation many put off because, well, it feels heavy, doesn't it? Like you're handing someone a suitcase full of worries. But what if I told you this could be a gift to you and your loved ones? Think of my friend Ben. For years he joked about not wanting a fuss, but his daughter Sarah told me his silence kept her up at night. She'd imagine worst-case scenarios. Would Dad want surgery? Would he hate assisted living? Does he think I'll resent helping him? Then, one rainy Tuesday, Ben invited her over for meatloaf, his famous one with the crispy edges, and said, "Sweetheart, let's chat about my someday plans over pie." No drama, just love and honesty. And Sarah? She wept with relief. Your turn. Pick someone you trust, a child, a niece, a lifelong friend. Choose a cozy moment after a meal, during a walk. Start light. I've been thinking about how much I value my independence. Share your hopes first. I'd love to. Stay in my home as long as possible. Then your concerns. I don't want you to have to guess what I'd want if things change. And here's the key. Ask them what they worry about too. This isn't a monologue, it's a bridge. When Margaret did this, her son confessed he'd been saving for 3 years to build her a first-floor bathroom, but was afraid to bring it up. Now let's gently shift to something equally vital, but often tucked in the too-hard drawer. Mapping your financial garden. Notice I didn't say audit or spreadsheet. This is about walking through your financial landscape with curiosity, not fear. Why? Because money isn't just numbers, it's the soil that grows your independence. Picture your finances like a backyard. Some patches bloom reliably, pensions, social security. Others need tending, investments, savings. And some, well, we might have let the ivy grow over them a bit. That old life insurance policy, the retirement, account from a job decades ago. Start here. Carve out 1 quiet hour this week. Gather your seeds, bank statements, pension details, insurance docs. No digging through filing cabinets. Just collect what's easily at hand. Next, ask yourself 2 kind questions. What's coming in reliably every month? 2. What's going out? Not just bills, but the what-ifs. The what-ifs. This is where we often get stuck. Let's make it real. My late Aunt Ruth used to say, "Honey, hope for sunshine, but pack galoshes." So, what are your galoshes? Maybe it's in-home care if you need help bathing, $150 a day. Or a sudden home repair, $3,000 for a new furnace. Jot down just 1 what-if number that feels true to you. No perfection needed. Here's the magic. Once you see your garden clearly, you can plant 1 seed of protection. That might mean calling your bank about a payable on death account so funds skip probate. Chatting with a fee-only financial advisor, many offer free first sessions. Or simply labeling a folder, important, for trusted person's name, with your pension contacts inside. Remember Ben? He discovered a forgotten IRA from the 1990s, enough to cover future home modifications. That's the power of looking. Look how far we've come already. You've opened the door to loving conversations and started nurturing your financial garden. That's bravery. That's self-love. And in our next time together, we'll gently explore 2 more steps that build on this foundation, making choices about where and how you live to protect your independence. But for now, I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Drop a comment below, maybe your own tip for the talk or a what if you're ready to plan for. And if this felt like a helpful nudge, give the video a thumbs up. It helps others. Find our little community of proactive planners. Remember, planning isn't about expecting storms. It's about building a porch where you can rock comfortably, rain or shine. Take gentle care of that wonderful independence of yours. You're worth every step. We planted some important seeds together, having the talk with someone you trust, and taking that gentle, honest stroll through your financial garden. How did it feel? Margaret told me she finally gathered her pension papers onto the kitchen table and discovered she had more breathing room than she'd feared. Just knowing that lifted a weight she didn't even realize she was carrying. Host, leaning forward slightly, voice warm and reassuring. Today, we're building right on that foundation. Because knowing what you have and who understands your wishes gives you the solid ground to make powerful choices about 2 of the most personal parts of independence, where you live and how your care unfolds if you ever need a helping hand. These aren't about giving up control, my friends. They're about claiming it, making sure your home and your healthcare reflect you, not someone else's assumptions. So let's start with step 3, designing your haven, making home work for you now and later. Our home. Isn't it amazing how the walls seem to hold our memories? The creak on the 3rd stair, the window where the morning light hits just right. It's more than bricks and mortar, it's us. The deep desire to stay put, to age in place, is so strong and absolutely possible for many of us. But it often needs a little thoughtful shaping. Think of it not as preparing for decline, but as curating comfort and safety for the long haul. Remember Ben, after his talk with Sarah and discovering that forgotten IRA, he realized he could actually afford to make his beloved 1950s ranch house truly fit him for the next 20 years. No moving boxes required. He started small but smart. He called it his Sunday afternoon project list. One Sunday he swapped out the round doorknobs for lever handles, easier for stiff hands. The next Sunday he installed a grab bar in the shower, before he ever felt wobbly. Feels like I'm investing in my own freedom, he told me. Here's how you can curate your haven. Take a safety stroll. Walk through your home slowly, room by room. Pretend you're a guest who's never been there before. What might trip someone? Loose rugs, clutter in walkways? Where's the lighting dim? Are the essential things, pots, pans, favorite mugs, within easy reach without a step stool? Jot down just 1 or 2 things that catch your eye. Explore the what-ifs. Realistically, could you manage stairs if your knees protested more? What if you needed a walker for a few weeks after a surgery? Is there space on the main floor? For a bed and bathroom if climbing stairs became difficult? It's not about expecting trouble. It's about knowing your options within your own walls. Tap into surprising help. Did you know many communities offer free or low-cost home safety assessments through area agencies on aging, or that some veterans' benefits can cover home modifications? A quick phone call could unlock resources you never knew existed. Margaret's son used that saved-up bathroom fund plus a small local grant to build her a beautiful, accessible bathroom right off the den. She beams every time she shows it off. My palace, she calls it. Now let's gently turn to something equally vital, something that touches the heart of that burden fear more directly than anything else. Step 4. Your care compass. Choosing who speaks for you when you can't. This isn't about illness or decline right now. It's about clarity. It's about making sure your voice is heard, your values are followed no matter what life brings. It's the ultimate act of love for yourself and for those you care about. Think about a time you saw a family struggling with a difficult decision for a loved one who couldn't speak. The uncertainty, the stress, the potential for disagreement. It's heartbreaking. Now, imagine your own family in that situation. Who would you want making decisions for you? Not just who loves you the most, but who understands you the deepest. Who shares your values about quality of life, medical interventions, and comfort. who can stay calm under pressure. This is about naming your healthcare proxy or agent and giving them your advance directives. Big words? Let's break it down. Simply your healthcare proxy. This is the person you legally choose to be your voice for medical decisions if you can't speak for yourself. It's not about titles, oldest child, but about trust and understanding. Talk to them. Make sure they're willing and truly grasp what matters to you. Ben chose his daughter Sarah, not because she's his only child, but because she's the one who listened quietly years ago when he talked about his father's difficult final days and said, "Dad, I'd never let that happen to you." Your advance directives. These are the instructions you write down. The two main ones are a living will, which outlines the kinds of medical treatments you would or wouldn't want in specific serious situations, like if recovery wasn't expected, and a durable power of attorney for healthcare, the legal form that names your proxy. Okay, you might think, but how do I even start figuring out what to say? Start with conversation, not legal forms. Grab a cup of tea with that trusted person, maybe the same one from the talk. Ask, what does living well mean to me even if my body is limited? Being pain-free, being at home, being able to recognize family? Are there any medical treatments I feel strongly about avoiding? Long-term machines, CPR, if my heart stops with little chance of meaningful recovery? Who do I trust most to weigh these things if I can't? The magic key, put it in writing and share it. Free state-specific forms are easily found online. Just search Advance Directive, your state, or through your doctor's office. Fill it out, sign it with witnesses as required, give copies to your proxy, your doctor, and put one in that important folder we talked about. Margaret did this, and when she had an unexpected brief hospital stay last winter, her son could confidently tell the doctors, "We know exactly what Mom wants. Here's her paperwork." The relief for everyone was palpable. Look at the ground we've covered today. From making your home a safer, more comfortable haven for the long run, to ensuring your voice is always heard in your medical care. These aren't steps of surrender. They're steps of profound strength and self-knowledge. You're not just planning. You're crafting the future you envision. You've shown such courage already. I'd truly love to hear what's on your mind. Maybe you've spotted a simple safety tweak in your home you want to tackle. Or perhaps the idea of choosing a health Care Proxy has you reflecting. Share your thoughts or questions below. Your experiences help our whole community. If this journey toward confident independence resonates with you, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps these conversations reach more wonderful folks like you. And do consider subscribing if you haven't yet. We're building a warm corner here for living fully on your own terms. Because your independence, it deserves good company. We'll wrap up our final steps together next time. Until then, take gentle, proud care of yourself. You're doing something truly important. There's something peaceful about this time of day, isn't there? That quiet moment after the sun dips, where you can just breathe. It feels like the perfect space to bring our conversation home. Welcome back, friend. I'm so glad we can sit together like this for our final steps. You know, reflecting on everything we've walked through, opening up those vital conversations, gently mapping the financial garden, shaping your home into a true haven, and ensuring your voice is always heard in your care. It strikes me, this isn't just about avoiding being a burden. This is about something far more beautiful, far more powerful. This is about claiming your authorship, writing the next chapters of your life story, deliberately, lovingly, and on your own terms. Think of Margaret, tending her roses. After our chats, she didn't just hope she could stay in her home. She knew she could, with that new bathroom, her finances understood, her son clear on her wishes, and her medical voice documented. That knowledge, it didn't weigh her down, it lifted her. She told me last week, "I feel lighter tending my roses now, like I've given myself and my boy a real gift." That lightness, that sense of confident independence, that's what we've been building towards, piece by loving piece. So let's gently weave it all together. You've taken these incredible proactive steps. How do you make sure they don't just stay good intentions, but become your lived reality, your peace of mind? It's time for the gentle tidy up, your important folder. Remember that folder we mentioned back when we were looking at finances? the one labeled Important for Trusted Person's Name? This is where all your courageous work comes. To rest neatly and accessibly. Think of it as your independence manual. Host, what goes inside? The talk notes, or a summary. A simple page capturing the key wishes you shared about housing, care, and independence. Not a legal document, just a clear reminder of your heart's desires. Ben taped his to the inside cover. Stay home if safe. Sarah knows my medical wishes, IRA for modifications. Okay. Your financial map. A clear list, no deep details needed, of essential income sources, pension, social security, key accounts, bank, investment, insurance policy numbers, and where statements are kept. Include contact info for your financial advisor if you have one. Your home haven plan. That simple list from your safety stroll. The lever handles installed, the grab bar added, and maybe 1 or 2 future Sunday projects. You're considering. Include any notes about community resources you found helpful. Your Care Compass documents, copies of your signed Advance Directives, living will, and healthcare power of attorney. Make sure your proxy has the originals, but this folder needs copies too. Include your doctor's name and contact info. Where does this precious folder live? Not buried in a safe only you know the combination to. Choose one spot. With your important papers in a fireproof box at home. Tell your trusted person where the key is. A copy with your trusted person, the one named on the folder. Crucially, tell 2 people you trust implicitly where it is. Maybe your proxy and 1 other family member or close friend. And here's the most important step of all, the living promise. This isn't a one-and-done task. Life changes, finances shift. Your feelings about certain medical interventions might evolve. Your home might need different tweaks. So promise yourself this. Once a year, maybe on your birthday or around the new year, you'll sit down with your folder. You'll check in. Does my financial snapshot still feel true? Is my home still supporting me well? Any new tweaks needed? Are my chosen proxy and medical wishes still what I want? Is my trusted person still the right one? This isn't a chore, it's a cup of tea moment. A quiet affirmation. I am still steering my ship. Margaret does hers every spring, right after she prunes her roses. New growth needs tending. Inside too, she says. Look at the ground we've covered, you and I. From that first hesitant thought of I don't want to be a burden, you've journeyed to a place of profound proactive strength. You've embraced 4 powerful, loving steps. Starting the conversation, building the bridge with loved ones. Mapping your financial garden, knowing the soil of your independence. Designing your haven, making home your safe, comfortable anchor. Creating your care compass, ensuring your voice is always heard. And woven through it all, the golden thread, putting it in your important folder and promising to keep it alive. This, my friend, is the ultimate act of self-respect and love. It silences the fear. It replaces worry with quiet confidence. It transforms I don't want to be a burden into I have taken care of myself, and in doing so, I've taken care of everyone I love. That fear you started with? Look how far you've come. You haven't just faced it, you've disarmed it with preparation and love. You are the author, you hold the pen, and the story you're writing, it's one of courage, clarity, and cherished independence. I am so incredibly proud of you for being here, for doing this work. It matters. You matter. Your choices, your voice, your independence, they are priceless. Now, I'd be truly honored if you'd share your journey. Did you have your talk? Discover something unexpected in your financial garden? Find the perfect grab bar? Or maybe naming your proxy brought you peace? Tell us in the comments below. Your story could be the very nudge someone else needs. Let's build this community of courageous planners together. If this series has helped you feel more empowered, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps these vital conversations reach more wonderful folks navigating this chapter. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and the little bell. We're committed to sharing more practical, warm-hearted guidance for living your very best life right here, on your own terms. So, from my porch to yours, here's to your strength, here's to your foresight, here's to the powerful, loving act of planning your own bright, independent future. You are not a burden, You are a beacon, showing us all how it's done. Go gently, live fully, and keep writing your beautiful story. You've absolutely got this. Thank you for walking this path with me at Elderly Paradox. Your courage to plan reveals the truest wisdom. Your strength lies not in never needing help, but in knowing how to ask for. Play it on your own terms.